Hey guys, it's Kevin here. So I haven't done a video in a very long time, and something has been on my mind for quite a while that I never um, got to express on video, and I think it would be a good idea to talk about it on my YouTube channel because a lot of trans men struggle with this topic. So, to start off, the topic is going to be about if you have a penis or if you don't have a penis. So, I've had a couple of situations that I've been in that haven't been too fun, and I just think I should talk about it because it's something that I'm sure a lot of trans men have gone through. So, I'm not sure if I talked about it, but oh, first off, today is January 22nd, 2018. So, um, all right. So on Halloween, I went out with a couple of friends on a cruise Halloween party. It like went around the New York harbor, and it was my first time on something like that. And so obviously we were drinking. It's Halloween night. We're all having fun. There's music, and you know, drink a lot. Gotta go to the bathroom. You try to hold as much as you can, but sooner or later you gotta break that seal. So I had to go. We were drinking before, and before we got on the boat, and I went with in my group there were men and women. So I went to the bathroom. I was online. My girlfriend and my friends were online. Me and the guys were on the line. So I finally got to go in. Right when you walked in, the sinks were on the left, two sinks, and two urinals. When you walk a little bit more in on your right, and then one stall on the left. Now, the problem with this bathroom was that the stall didn't have a door. So I don't know if that's something men are okay with, taking a shit, with no stall. But that was a problem for me because obviously I don't have a penis. I can't stand up and pee. I didn't have an STP at that time, which is a stand to pee device that sometimes trans men, um, put on, hold it in their pants, looks like a penis, and they can stand and pee with it. Um, I was just packing that day, regular packer, can't pee with it, it's just for a bulge. So I stepped out. First, I walked in, I was really embarrassed because I kind of felt like I looked like I was lost. I went in there, I passed as male, so I couldn't go on the women's line. So I was embarrassed, and it reminded me what I don't have. So I stepped out. I didn't know what to do, but I really had to go, and I wanted to keep drinking. It was Halloween night. I didn't want it to ruin my night. I was already having a good time, and so I asked two of my friends if they could cover me on the stall because of my situation, which they understood. They know I'm a trans guy, and they know what's going on. And I don't know what was more nerve-wracking, the fact that there was no door or the fact that I had to sit down and have two of my guy friends cover me and kind of hide, that I didn't have a penis, So it was embarrassing. I was happy that I used the bathroom, and I was grateful that, thank God, I had two guy friends with me because usually I just hang out with girls. But that night I was with my guy friends too, and sat down, and I was uncomfortable because it's open, so I had to hold my pants up like close to my stomach while I peed. Kind of like when you're like in a squat almost, like and you're peeing outside. And I remember while I was peeing, I was pushing it out because I didn't want no one to notice or know or anything. And one of my friends, a guy came in and knew him. He was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And my friend like stopped him and was just like, "Oh, just wait. My friend's using the bathroom." And he was like, "Oh, okay." So that was my first experience. It wasn't fun. It wasn't. It felt awful. I felt, you know, incomplete. Stuff like that. And so that was the first instance. Second instance, I went to a club in Elizabeth, which is where I live, and I was at a club again. It was a long line, and so whatever. Okay, so in this bathroom it was three urinals, one stall. The stall had a door, thank God. But the problem was, this one wasn't as dramatic as my first story. But by the way, this video might be a little long. Um, it was the guys. They kept going. One urinal was done, other guy would go, and I was like, oh my God, I hope when it gets to me, the stall's open. When it got to me, stall wasn't available, urinal wasn't available. So, I told the guy behind me to go in front. That I'm waiting for the stall, which I thought about later. I could have just had to take a shit, but just for me in that instance, the fact that if I did have an STP or I did have a penis, I wouldn't think twice to go to the urinal and take my penis out to pee or whatever. So that's that story. Third story. So I work at this school now, and it in my building there's a one stall, but if someone's waiting right outside of it, because it's that one stall for the whole building, like it's like a one floor building, and that's how every building is. And there was someone outside my door, and the stall is one of those bathrooms where you hear what the person's doing if they're close enough. And I don't know why, but I was peeing. I was like almost gonna pee. I just sat down. Someone knocked on the door. Okay, I said, not yet. I'm almost done. Whatever. Peed, and like in my mind, I like pulled down the toilet paper and like slow or whatever so that they wouldn't hear that. I guess I was using toilet paper, but then once again, I could have just been taking a shit. So, but just little things like that kind of like messes with me sometimes. And then also there was another time in that same school. I don't like taking a shit in that stall because it's one stall for everyone, and I don't want to blow up. I'd rather blow up a bathroom where there's multiple toilets and multiple urinals. So I went to the main bathroom in the whole school, which is where the office is and the lunchroom and everything. And I sat down, really had to go. There was a guy, it's two stalls, three urinals, two sinks right next to the urinals, which is weird because if someone's washing their hands and and there's no like divider in the urinals, so if they're taking a piss, that's kind of awkward to just or whatever. So I sat down, a guy next to me was taking a shit. So I'm like, great. He's gonna, what went through my mind, and I'm being completely honest, how I feel and everything, was peeing. I was like, I'm gonna pee, I'm not gonna take a shit. And then he's gonna hear me roll down the toilet paper. And it's like, what went through my mind, I was like, he's gonna think I'm fucking weird because I'm sitting down, I'm peeing. And so what went through my mind, peed fast, wiped myself, I got out of the stall, washed my hands real quick, and left before he stepped out so that he wouldn't see that I was the guy that sat down to pee. So overall, lately, I haven't been feeling all great about the bathroom situation. The more and more months pass, the more and more the more and more I look like a man. And with this job, they didn't know me before, like my last job. My last job, it was kind of hard to transition because people knew me as Catherine, and a lot of people, mixed up the he and she, whereas here, no one knows. And they just think that I was born male, I'm male, that's it. Kevin is Kevin, that's it. So it's my first kind of experience to be in that kind of situation. And it's cool, but then it's sometimes I feel like it's none of their business whether I'm trans or not. But sometimes, like, they'll be saying stories, like, and I kind of have to, like, hold myself back because most of the stories that usually people talk about, like, when they're younger, I was a girl. And like, for instance, there was this one group. I was with two women in my where I was eating lunch. They were talking about um, when they were younger, how they hated dresses and their mom used to put it on them and stuff like that. And I started laughing, and I was like, oh, I was like, I have a similar story. And they looked at me, excuse me, and I caught myself. And I told them that I have three sisters. And I told them that one of my sisters was a tomboy, and she didn't like wearing dresses. And it's just, I'm still like getting used to the atmosphere, and it's hard when, I tell myself, I love that I'm trans man, I love who I am. But, I don't want to think, I've been through so, excuse me, like in my first job, you know, so many people didn't think I was a man because they knew me first as a woman, and it kind of impacted me a little. And like, I just want to, like, now that I have this new job, I feel there's no one judges me. Everyone thinks I'm a man and everything, and I love it because I feel I'm a man. I know I'm a man. And except in those situations where, the bathroom, where you have to kind of like step back. Yeah, I don't have a penis. I have to sit down and pee. Um, Kind of sucks sometimes. And so that's what's been going on lately. Overall, everything else is the same. I'm getting more in regards to physical changes. I'm getting like a lot of acne under here. Um, Due to hopefully hair. I've been putting castor oil on, and it's actually helped a little bit. I have like a lot of more, like, when I feel my face, it's like I feel a lot more hair than I did before. But I have been breaking out. I stopped for like a week now, and I still have hair coming in. So once again, you can't see it, but I feel it, which is enough for me. It'll come when it comes. And lately, oh, another thing also too. I've been wearing my Packer more to work. In my first job, I really didn't, because I just figured, you know, everyone knows I'm trans. Everyone knows I got my top surgery done, and all that stuff. But this job, okay, so where I'm going with this, I have pants that fit tighter than other pants. Now, in my job, I have to do a lot of bending up and down because I'm a teacher's aide. I work with children. So sometimes my pants get, you have to like roll them up to bend down and stuff. And I have to do a lot of activities with the kids, and I don't have a bulge or anything, and it's really close to my pants. And when I'm sitting down and I work with other aides, and there's other men that work there, and I talk to the men too, and I know I just feel you know, like people are looking and there's nothing there. I know for a fact, and because I know some of my friends do it, and that's why I feel kind of weird. There are women that when they first meet a man, just like men, because we're all human, we all look at body parts. It's a natural thing. It's not to be sexual, but women look at men, they look just like men look at women. When I look at a woman and I think she's attractive, I look at her everywhere. Not only her face, I look at all the goodies. Women do the same. And I feel like now that people where I work don't know that I don't have that surgery, I feel that women have looked and don't see it. So I've been wearing it, my Packer, so that I do have something there. And I also have been wearing it because a woman had asked me one day, like I think she knew, and she was trying to get me to not mess up, but kind of like own up to it. And I I think she knows. So and for some reason at that moment, I got kind of scared because I didn't want her to know, and I didn't want her to tell people because I don't want to be bothered. I just want to go to work. I love my job. I love to go to work and be with the kids and come back and not be in a judge-free zone or have people laugh at me because, it's just I've been through like little things here and there and it's kind of annoying sometimes. So it's nice to finally go to a job where they don't know and just treat you like you know you should be treated and call it a day. But yeah, so this video is basically all about penises. So in a very you know, lightly way to say it. I don't think there's really a lightly way, but anyway. So yeah, this is my first video of 2018. It's about that subject, and that's where I've been. So yes, to close it up, I have been dysphoric about my bottom area. There are times where I feel incomplete and I don't like it, but I've been very patient because, once again, being transgender, you have to be very patient with yourself. And overall, been having a good time. I love my chest. It's been great. I've been wearing these strips to like lighten the scars a little. But other than that, I love the way my nipples look. I love the way my chest looks, and that's about it. So yeah, sorry it's a little long, but thank you if you listened all the way. If you listened and just looked at it, fine. Thank you, and I'll see you guys on another day. Thanks.